Welcome to Dutchtown High School for tonight's REV Game of the Week. Tonight, our first game of 2026 is boys soccer, as Prairieville will take on Dutchtown. I'm Jeff Porsche. Jolie Hartman will be with me in a moment. We'll take a break, and we will talk about tonight's matchup. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV. Delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims.
With the hurricane season right around the corner,
give us a call.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
B.T. Chapman and A.J. Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
My name is Tamika Brooks, and I can tell you that REV Internet is the bomb. When I switched my services to REV, the people who came to set up were amazing. They were local, they were friendly, they were home. I really enjoyed it. I have not had a service calls. When I'm doing conference calls, I cannot have buffering. It is a no-no when I'm with a client. I do not want to appear unprofessional. So REV has had me in the sweet spot the last 4 years. If you're looking for the best fiber internet, I highly recommend REV.
Welcome back to the REV Game of the Week. Prairieville versus Dutchtown at Griffin Field at Dutchtown High School in Geismar. I'm Jeff Porsche. Jolie Hartman is with me. This is a big rivalry, even though it's only in its second year. Want to make note, though, ahead of time, this is not a district game. Most teams in Ascension Parish play in the same district, but in soccer, they're not, in boys and girls soccer. Dutchtown plays in Division I, Prairieville plays in Division II. So this is not going to have any impact on any district rankings for the season. I'm going to turn it over to Jolie, and she's going to give you the keys to tonight's game.
Yeah, so as you were saying, this isn't a district matchup, but it is literally who is the kind of kings of Ascension Parish right here, this matchup. But, their keys to victory for Prairieville tonight is going to be focus. I mean, they are on an 11-game win streak since December 3rd, but it's hard to come back. They had the first day of school today and things like that, to simply focus on the task at hand. And for Prairieville tonight, focusing on the end game, playing all 80 minutes, and then, kind of holding down your emotions, making sure you're not giving up, dumb penalties inside the box to a goal-hungry Griffins on the other side, and then the movement of the ball, having precise decision on when am I going to pass the ball or when am I going to take on defenders and things like that. And on the DUTCHTOWN side, staying disciplined. Prairieville is on that 11-game win streak, so they do know what their other side opponent is doing, and then play without doubt, making sure that you're not second-guessing yourself, and then winning those one-on-one battles. DUTCHTOWN right now, coming off a huge win 4 days ago against Maineville 2-0, playing to literally get closer to the goal as soon as you can.
We're going to have the prayer and the national anthem coming up.
Please welcome Emmy Hale.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And so we are almost ready for the beginning of today's game between Prairieville and DUTCHTOWN. Let's talk about the coaches really quickly. On the Prairieville side, their head coach is Adrian Garcia. He's in his second year at Prairieville, longtime coach at Sanamaw, 330, 25, and 82. Overall, 29, 6, and 3 as a coach for the Hurricanes. On the DUTCHTOWN side, you have Marcus Dyer. He's made the finals a couple of times, lost in the finals in back-to-back years, made it to the semifinals in 24, and then last year made it to the quarterfinals. Our starting lineups for tonight, I'll give you the Prairieville starting lineup. Benjamin Tilley will be in goal. Brant Lawless, Andrew Roussel and Carl Roussel, Caleb Eichels, Jace Golson, Cohen Tripodi, Joel Mackey, Eduardo Espinosa, Herman Soto Fuentes, and Price DeBarros. And Jolie will give you the starting lineup for the Griffins.
All right, for the Griffins, you're going to have in goal number 1, Chase Klein, number 2, Jacob Womack, number 9, Asher Evans, number 3, David Rivera, number 6, Cade Johnson, number 14, Reed Shea, number 7, Cade Foley, number 8, Owen Fletcher, number 5, Jackson Elegar, number 20, Albie Vatucci, and number 13, Roland Penny. And that is your DUTCHTOWN Griffins starters for this matchup tonight.
So it ought to be fun, and it ought to be a good one. Prairieville looking to beat DUTCHTOWN for the first time in soccer on either the varsity boys or girls side, and they have a chance tonight. They are 14-2 overall on the season. Dutchtown 5-6-3, and Jolie, well, I'm sure will tell you that record is very deceptive because of the quality of the opponents they've played so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're looking at those wins, like I said at the beginning, they beat Mandeville, which is number 9 in the state right now 4 days ago, and they're just kind of in the uphill trying to find, their chemistry right before district starts. And having Prairieville tonight be kind of, your start before district is huge. And right now, as we can see, Dutchtown is kind of setting up Prairieville's defense and having a easy little through ball. Great job by the defender right there for Prairieville, number 21, Carl Roussel.
So Prairieville is on the defense as Dutchtown tries to strike early on a counter, and they are unsuccessful and get the 50-50 ball to midfield. And
Beautiful
an opportunity
header
for Prairieville, blocked and bracketed, and they're going to pass it right and keep it inbounds. Now setting up is Espinosa.
And just as a reminder, soccer field, you are not playing, the football lines. You got to go all the way to the out of bounds for soccer. It's a black small line, so you might not be able to see it good on your TV, but definitely you can hear the ref when he blows his whistle. That is out.
So now here comes Dutchtown with another opportunity on the left side, and a shot saved easily by Benjamin Tilley. It's a nice night for soccer, or pretty much anything, as you see the replay on the shot right there. It's 73 degrees, slight wind coming out of the south. Then the wind is blowing from left to right on your television screen, but not much of a wind so far. So here we are underway. One shot on goal by the Griffins, and ball will go out of bounds, and it'll be Griffin possession. It's going to be hard to read these numbers out here on the field because you don't have a lot of contrast with the purple on black, but we're going to do our best to get you some names and numbers out there. And here's an opportunity for Prairieville. They're in the white. Dutchtown is in the black, and going to have a whistle, and going to get a free kick for the Hurricanes from about 35 yards out.
Yeah, and that's a great opportunity, as we can see
25.
just on this replay. Caleb Ickles for Prairieville kind of finding a way to make Dutchtown kind of pay right there with this free kick. This is definitely deadly for Dutchtown because Prairieville is so aggressive with their free kicks. And so, as we can see,
Golson is going to kick it wide, and it's going to go out on the right post, and so you're going to get a goal kick for Dutchtown. So I believe that attempt was from number 30, Jace Golson.
If we can see with our eyes today.
Yeah, the numbers are really hard to read out there, but we can see some of them out there, and I can tell who some of them are, or at least on the Prairieville side, because their numbers are a little easier to read, and some of them have been playing for a very long time. That's one of the things that makes Prairieville so good so early. And when we look at the records for these teams, one of the reasons why both Dutchtown and Santa Maria have the records they have on the season is because a lot of the players that traditionally went to their school and played for their teams are now on the Prairieville side because of the redistricting. And so that has really cost those two programs. But they still have a solid team, and they are posing a threat right now. As they're on the offensive, the header will go left and taken away by Prairieville, and they're going to go on the offensive. A nice block. But here comes
beautiful turn right
Prairieville.
there.
That's number 11, Eichels.
Yeah, and actually want to say that was actually Brant Lawless with that free kick, number 88. He finally turned around.
Yes.
We can see.
That would make sense.
Yeah. And Jace Golson's towards the defensive back. I saw him earlier. So
a lot of players on this Prairieville team played for Dutchtown a couple of years ago, like I said. So they know each other very well, and they are friends and teammates. And so this means a lot to both teams. Prairieville, like I said, has never beaten Dutchtown and soccer, so they would love to get a win, at least the seniors. And there are a lot of seniors on this team. Probably more seniors on this Prairieville boys soccer team than any other teams in Prairieville, because just kind of the way it worked out. So they are not a young team like the football team was young, or like the basketball team was young.
Yeah.
This is a veteran team.
I mean, we can already see, what Coach Adrian and them has set up even from last year, and great opportunity right here for Dutchtown, wide open, and sails it through. Great job, though, by that Dutchtown Griffin.
I think that was Penny with the shot.
13, yep, Roland Penny right there. He just set up perfectly just because Prairieville kind of forgot about him. He kind of took 2 dribbles and shot, which that's something great that you want to see early on, because you never know how the ball's going to land or what's going to happen. It could have popped out of Tilly's hand or anything else. So great job by Dutchtown for just trying to shoot right now and try to keep, what's happening. But right there, number 19 for the Hurricanes, Espinoza is going to get a call for pulling on the jersey against Penny.
So we are 6.5 minutes in, no score between Prairieville and Dutchtown. Both teams have had shots. You had the shot from Prairieville on the penalty that went wide right, and then you had that one that was just missed by Penny, and you had an easy shot on goal earlier. There's one that goes wide, and Tilly gets his hand on it.
That was a beautifully driven free kick.
Was that going to go in?
Yes, it was literally bending and hit the
that was
upper
very
bar.
Close.
Yes, but it's going to be a throw-in right there from Prairieville. Beautifully done, beautiful free kick.
So now setting up, trying to get it on the left side. Over to Roussel. Cannot get there.
And that was David Rivera that had that free kick for the Griffins.
And so another threat taken care of as they get it back to Tilly, and he will set up. Up the middle to Tripodi.
And that's Lawless in the middle.
Pass right, stolen. And here comes Dutchtown.
Great job by Jace Golson for giving that outside defender job. I absolutely love when a defender goes and plays kind of like another wing back. So great job by Jace for giving the Prairieville that opportunity for some more offense.
Tried to get the through ball to Roussel right there, but good defense by the Griffins. And now they'll try the right side and another steal by the Griffins.
But Prairieville's right there.
And trying to cross in, gets off of the leg of Roussel, and the save by Dutchtown.
Roussel was trying to kind of bring it to chest, pop it off his chest, and then put it on his foot. Great opportunity right there by Prairieville. But Chase Klein, the wall for Dutchtown, stops it.
Always have good goal play on the Dutchtown side, on both the boys and the girls side. Have 2 good goalkeepers here tonight that we're going to see. Tilly, the veteran, he was a starter last year for the team that made it into the second round of the playoffs. Setting up, nice give and go, trying the right side, and it's taken away. So Dutchtown's defense up to the task. Another opportunity, though, coming through, and it looked like he kind of kicked it off the side of his foot right there. And so that's a miss, and they will set up again near midfield. But now a steal, and here comes Dutchtown, 2-on-4. They don't have the numbers, but can they break through? Through ball is going to be wide. We have a whistle, though, and I think we may get a free kick.
Yeah,
free about 30
kick.
yards.
Yeah, just a simple sandwich play.
Yep.
If somebody is trying to go for the ball, but then ends up kicking the kicking the Griffins and giving them another free kick, which after watching David Rivera kick that last one, I wouldn't give anything inside the 35 to him because that shot was so beautiful earlier. So I'm excited to see what he's going to come up with for this one.
So here's another opportunity. Rivera from 33, and it's straight to Tilly. Loses it. The ball's still free. An opportunity for Dutchtown. They cannot capitalize as Tilly could not secure the ball, but Prairieville is able to survive as we are now 10 minutes into the match, no score. So a little dangerous moment there for Prairieville on defense, but they are able to live another day.
Yeah, Tilly right there, as it came out so quick, on this replay, that was really nothing Tilly could do. I mean, try to, grab it to where it doesn't pop off, but the ball is coming so fast to you, it's going to pop off some kind of way. So great job for actually putting your body over it because it could have bounced over him or things like that, but his defense came in clutch, and there's a goal, from Dutchtown.
And they take the lead 1-0 as just too much pressure and a nice goal by the Griffins. We may be able to see this on the replay and see who scored the goal.
Yes, he's simple. He went through 3 Prairieville Hurricanes to get closer to the goal and just simply puts it away to where Tilly could not get to it.
And so Prairieville is a little bit surprised right here. This is a game that they think that they can win tonight, and they're on that big, long winning streak. But Dutchtown strikes first, and that's always going to put pressure on your team whenever you fall behind early.
And I'm pretty sure that was number 20 to credit that goal for Dutchtown, Albie Vitucci.
So now it's 1-0. And Prairieville will have to answer. As you see the 50-50 ball, and it's controlled by Roussel, tries to get it inside, and a low pass through ball in, going to be taken away by the Griffins, and they just clear it out, and we'll set up again. Dutchtown scores 11 minutes in.
And something I already like about this game is you are seeing both sides of offense. It's not just one offense, having the ball the whole time, having possession. It's already been a fun-packed game already with Prairieville having a free kick, Dutchtown having 2. It's just simply great soccer happening right now.
This game,
a foul.
So you have the whistle. This game means a lot to Dutchtown because they're playing their former teammates, and they don't want to be the team that loses the first game to Prairieville in their history.
Yeah, and they're also coming from, looking at Prairieville having so many wins under their belt. They're 14 wins, helping out with power points and this like that. That can come back and help them out. And on this free kick, we have Brant Lawless wide open.
The header.
But Klein, beautifully done, just popping it out of there for Dutchtown, and then that Dutchtown defender kicking it far away from the goal.
The setup came from Joel Mackey. He was from about 50 yards out, but he set that up perfectly for the header, but good defense by Dutchtown, and they stay 1-0 ahead of the Canes. Now Prairieville setting up. Dutchtown taking their time, got the early lead. Maybe don't need to be so aggressive on offense at the moment.
Yeah, just kind of need to, have Prairieville make the mistake, and then you capitalize. I mean, that was one of their keys to victory, staying disciplined. Don't overpower it, don't overdoing it, and they're already having a great job with doing that, and definitely winning those one-on-one battles is already being seen today.
Mackey back on defense, gets it downfield. An attempt at a steal, stays inbounds. Dutchtown holds possession. And there's a steal from behind. And trying to get the ball inside, and good save by Klein. And he will clear it for the Griffins, trying the right side. Fight for the ball, and it's back to the Canes. Nice pass inside. Good possession. Nice move. Inside. Nobody's there to set up. And a good steal by the Griffins. Both offensive players had their back to the goal there. It's hard to kick from that vantage point.
Yeah, and here comes Roussel coming out of the back for the Hurricanes.
Nice pass. Now trying to get it inside. Eichels was there, loses it, goes right and out of bounds, and we have a whistle. And
it's going to be the side AR saying that either Eichels or the other forward for the Hurricanes was set up offside, so an offside call.
Okay.
I want to say that's Soto Fuentes. 14 maybe for the Hurricanes. Can't really see numbers, so yeah, we can.
Soccer's always hard to call because they don't have the big numbers on the football field like the football team does. Nice pass. 2-on-1. Jersey grab, no call, no whistle, and it's going to be Prairieville possession.
Beautifully done if he can just get around, but awesome job. Awesome job by that is David Rivera, number 3 defensive back for the Griffins.
And now to throw it in. That's going to be Soto Fuentes. Ball on the pitch. Got to clear that out. Now Soto Fuentes will give it up. That's Espinosa, I believe. That's going to throw it in. And they're going to set up back with Carl Roussel. And Mackey on the right. Stolen and throw in for the Canes. 16 minutes in, 1-0. Prairieville trails Dutchtown.
And Prairieville must have already put a sub in because that was Kevin Sanchez that's up there playing forward for Prairieville.
Yeah, I did not
says
see
13,
that.
yeah.
Pass inside, good defense. It's cleared again. Dutchtown with a little bit of pressure. We'll try the right side, see what they can do.
And
We have a
offsides.
whistle. Yeah, offside is the call. Goal coming at the 11-minute mark for the Griffins. Lots of early pressure by Dutchtown. They're kind of set back and waiting to move on transition. Good through ball. And here's Penny with a chance, and it's going to go wide and hit the post. Left post, and Prairieville just dodged a huge bullet.
Yes,
because
Penny
that
was
set up
wide
perfectly.
open, just a quick through ball. Penny saw that far post was open and tried to kind of evaluate his hips and try to turn, but, man, that would have been icing on the cake right here for the first half for the Griffins.
You see Mackey right there. His brother played football at Dutchtown. So, like I said, this is a team that has a lot of Dutchtown family ties.
And new Hurricane coming in, Murphy Moss coming in for number 14.
He scored.
Fuentes.
He's a goal scorer. He's a young kid, sophomore.
I love the young opportunity that Prairieville gives their players. Same thing as Dutchtown because they got some sophomores too playing tonight, but just you want your underclassmen to feel this pressure already, in big games to where the next 2 years they're used to it. They know how it is. They know how it feels. And, looking at Prairieville's roster, I feel like they're creating an army.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally a whole page full of kids' names. So definitely see a lot of threats that can happen tonight for the Prairieville Hurricanes.
Our first corner kick of the night goes to Dutchtown on the left side. And they're going to go in, and it's going to go wide. Attempt by Penny, not there. Now, Eichels will try to set up. Cannot. 3 defenders there for Dutchtown.
Kind of gives everyone a break, too, with having that ball out. Now you can get all your defense kind of back in order for the Griffins, and then Prairieville get some more numbers up offensively.
So Roussel and Mackey set up. And a
Beautifully
long
driven
pass,
ball.
header by Eichels, up in the air, trying to be controlled. And Dutchtown clears again. Russo with possession, taken away by the Griffins again. Number 20, Vitucci, tries to go
placed.
left side. Nice pass down to the corner. And it's going to go out of bounds. And I think that's going to be a throw-in for the Griffins.
I think it went on the other side, so it's definitely going to be a corner.
It is
second
a corner?
one. So
Okay.
just how quickly, no corners to now 2 in the last 3 minutes.
Right. I thought that might have been left to the flag. but
Yeah.
Hard to tell from that distance.
Prairieville's JV team watching their varsity. Their game is after this, so I know they're all looking forward to the future of playing Dutchtown.
Corner kick. Line drive. Knocked away.
But they got to clear it.
Have not cleared yet.
Dutchtown's doing a great job by keeping it inside the
And
box.
it's up, and Tilly grabs it. As we are past the halfway point of this first half. Dutchtown leads 1-0. In a budding rivalry in Ascension Parish.
Yeah.
And next year it's going to be an even bigger rivalry because it's going to be a district matchup. Because we were talking about Dutchtown playing in D1 with all the other schools in Ascension and Livingston. Because of attendance numbers and because soccer is handled differently with no select and non-select, they all play in one big division, or actually 4 big divisions, and there's no select, non-select. Because of that, they were moved down to D2 because they were projected to be at a lower number than you would for D1. And so that's kind of how it works, and that's why Prairieville has 1 year of D2 left. They will be D1 next year. And this is kind of a free year because Prairieville's attendance went up about 400 kids in the last year. So they are really they're almost as big as Dutchtown student-wise, but they get to play in D2 because the numbers were calculated a year ago.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a free year. This is their chance to make some noise in D2 before they get up with the big boys.
And something that I've liked about Prairieville in all aspects is the competing. You know what I mean? Wanting to beat every AP team. But Dutchtown right here, they've really impressed me just because of the fact that, their key to victory, winning one-on-one battles, that's exactly what they're doing. And it's given, kind of excitement for the continue of this half with Prairieville now having their first corner. Dutchtown's defense has been very great with kind of stopping Prairieville's 11-game win streak. They have scored in every single game this year and scored a lot. Not just 1-2 they've been winning by, but 8-0, 4-0, 5-1, 6-1, things like that. So let's see what Prairieville does on this corner.
I believe this is Lawless that's going to handle it from the left side. Setting up. And it's a line drive, and it's taken care of by the defense, but Lawless will maintain possession. And can he get it inside? He cannot. And so now the ball will go back toward midfield. And here's an opportunity, a 2-on-2 for Dutchtown. Can they get it left side or not? Good defense by Prairieville as they stop the offensive attack for the moment. And Dutchtown will set up. Now they're going to go left. And there's a strike blocked, but maintaining the offensive pressure. This is the first set attack I believe we've seen since the initial goal.
Yeah.
And this is what happens when you do that. You have an opportunity on the counter, and here comes Prairieville. Nice footwork, can't get through. Alvarenga, right there. Thank you, Jolie.
You're welcome. That is actually they just put him in the last right before the corner kick.
And now Dutchtown will throw it in on their right. About 25 minutes in, 1-0. Dutchtown leads Prairieville. Big winning streak on the line. Prairieville has not lost since Thanksgiving break.
Mm-hmm.
They lost 2 in a row in a tournament that was played up in Shreveport. They played 3 games in that tournament. They went 1-2 in that tournament. That's the only time that they have lost this season. They've won all their games since. So it's been a long time. It's been about 40 days on the calendar since they've lost a game. Now setting up on the left side, number 14, Soto Fuentes, out of bounds. Pass may go out of bounds. It does. Is it a corner or a goal kick?
Goal kick. Yep. Last touch by Prairieville. And that was a great job of just shielding Prairieville to where he couldn't get to the ball. You know, that Dutchtown defender knew that it was last touch by Prairieville, so great opportunity right there with a goal kick for Dutchtown.
To midfield. We have a whistle. Prairieville will have possession.
Yeah, it's going to push in the back.
And now you're going to have Mackey with an opportunity from about 52 yards out to set up. He set up one very nicely with a header to Eichels, I believe, and could not convert about 15 minutes ago. Same thing, just beauty set in. Kick left side.
To Lawless.
And gently out of bounds.
Yep.
So score remains 1-0. Prairieville's had their opportunities. I don't believe they've had a shot on goal yet.
Nope, just that free kick.
Yeah, that free kick they had that went wide, wide of the right post. But they've had other opportunities, but just have not been able to convert yet.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to play through the middle, and Dutchtown has their number on that. Needs to spread, though, that Dutchtown defense wider to get those little set plays in and little push passes right through the defense.
Setting up with, believe that's Golson on the right side. And still fighting for it. 2 Prairieville defenders. Then we have the whistle, and it's going to be Dutchtown. So they will set up. Trying to get some numbers for you on the Dutchtown side, but just very hard to read.
Yeah, that's David Rivera still. Definitely one of Dutchtown's key kind of playmakers. You know, he had those 2 free kicks, driven balls, beautifully played. And then he's had some great stops here on the back line.
Pass inside, good defense by Dutchtown, takes it away. Prairieville still trying to set up. That's Moss. Now Dutchtown with the steal, going left side. Opportunity here. Center, not there, taken away. Good job by Soto Fuentes on the defense. And the pass, through ball. Will he get there? Protected in the corner, and it's going to be, I believe, a corner kick, or is it a goal kick?
Goal kick.
Okay, yeah. Went off. I thought for a second there might have gone off the Prairieville defender.
That's when you can just act clueless, like, no,
Yeah.
I didn't touch it. I mean.
Yep. Approaching the 30-minute mark in the first half. Dutchtown still with the lead.
You know, this being the first, soccer game of 2026, I'm also looking forward to this Thursday, Dutchtown girls versus EA here, and we'll be live on REV to bring you that this Thursday, Dutchtown versus EA.
And you and I will
Girls
be
soccer.
doing the games.
Mm-hmm.
This is my week to work. You don't get any off weeks during soccer.
No, I love
so,
that.
like next week, I think you're going to be working with Jimmy if they have any games. Because I think he and I kind of trade off weeks. Got to work around his schedule a lot more than mine because I teach, so I'm done for the day.
Right.
And now here's an opportunity. That's Tripodi again. Can't get there. Still setting up around midfield.
I like this patience. You want a goal, but I also like how Prairieville is simply trying to set something up and not just going at it, because that's when Dutchtown found that one goal. You're trying to get it away and get it away. Everybody's, frantic. Calm down, get nerves together, kind of that key to victory, just focus.
And so Mackey will just let it go out of bounds, and that'll give them a moment to catch their breath, set up their defense, as Prairieville will go on defense and Dutchtown will throw it in. She'll be able to get a number right here. He's pretty close to me. Is that number 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got the number right. Jacob Womack. Purple on black looks really good when you're up close to it, but when you're in the booth, it's not your favorite color combo. That's going to go out to Prairieville. Thrown in by Soto Fuentes. Here's an opportunity for Dutchtown. And Penny had a chance, but it's taken away. Tripodi. Left side to Roussel. Now over to Alvarenga. And it's going to go all the way back to Klein, who gives you a 50-50 ball at about the 50 yards out. And it's taken away by Eichels, and he will set it up to Mackey. Back to Eichels. Kind of lost control right there. Soto Fuentes. I like when they work on this side because this is the press box side. That far side don't have a clue. Taken away by the Griffins. 32 minutes in.
Just continue to take them on. That's what Dutchtown has done great tonight, and I love that, using that outside and getting more people in.
Over to midfield. Eichels has it there. They're going to go left with Roussel. Good pass, waiting for it. On the right side. Now they'll set up, take their time. Now Dutchtown with possession, trying to get the through ball, left side to the right, no good. Roussel, pass to Eichels. Now trying the right side, center not there.
Beautifully turned. Find something here.
Eichels trying to make things
Great
happen in
job by
all
defense.
kinds of traffic. And Dutchtown's defense has been up to it so far. They're not letting that middle beat them tonight.
No, and that's something that, Dutchtown has been needing to focus on, with some of their losses coming from top teams, early on in their season, from like St. Paul's and Newman and Todd, Lafayette, and North Shore, that those teams definitely kind of suck you out and put you in. And so definitely proud of how Dutchtown's defense is, kind of commanding that Prairieville stays in front of them.
Going to try the right side, and it's a slide, and a save goes out of bounds. Good job by Dutchtown. A Hurricane is on the turf. A little sore. No whistle as we look at the replay.
On this replay. I think kind of kicked in the shin, kind of where your shin guards are. I know for a fact that doesn't feel pretty good going deep into your shin, but I think that Hurricane will be okay, which I'm pretty sure that's number 30, Jace Golson. So
waiting. I think we had a substitution for the injury. Now they're setting up, throwing it in.
Long throw, beautifully
Header.
done.
Not near the goal.
Nobody
now
there.
Another header. And Dutchtown
Great job,
saves the day
Dutchtown.
again for the moment. And Prairieville will set it up one more time if they can. Good job, possession by Carl Roussel. Got to always clarify the Roussels because you got a couple of them on the Prairieville starting lineup. As now we're 35 minutes in, 5 minutes remaining before halftime. As Jolie said, this is not pressure time right now. Prairieville still trying to feel things out. They can't give up another goal right here, though. Penny trying to get it inside. Now they set up in a pass inside. Oh, and a beauty on the right side. As the goal for Dutchtown. Look at that.
I absolutely love this moment for that kid because of the fact that it was not a hard shot. It wasn't anything. He was going for placement, and he found it right past Tilly's hand. Beautifully done right there by this Griffin.
55.
Number 55, which... funny because we have 54 for varsity, but there's a 55 for JV, and that is Stephen Wells. So maybe Stephen Wells, or maybe 54, Benjamin Barrow.
I think that might be Wells. And it's a 2-0 lead. Just like that, the moment I say, that's kind of the reverse jinx, I guess.
Yeah, and just a reminder, just because we are getting close, the clock will stop at 2 minutes because the center ref does have the official time, and we'll stop our clock at 2 minutes.
Now, we expected this to be an evenly matched game. Dutchtown with a 2-0 lead going into the half. That's a bit of a surprise. Prairieville has not trailed by this margin in a month and a half.
Yeah.
And this is why you don't go by records.
Right, exactly.
Because Dutchtown has played a thorough schedule, and that's going to help you down the road. But Prairieville is still a very good team, and I don't think we've heard the last of them.
Right.
At this point,
they're still finding great opportunities. They just need to capitalize. You know, they're trying to dribble too much inside the box. They just need to shoot. I mean, that's exactly what Welsh just did. He didn't dribble more. He just found a placement and passed the ball into the net.
As the pass is stolen, here's an opportunity. That's Roussel.
Looks like Lawless right there going through. Like
Can't
what
get
I was
there.
just telling you, the dribbling part. You have 3 other people wide open.
Yeah.
You know, find them, easy 1-2. But Dutchtown right there gives Prairieville an opportunity with a corner, you know, with probably 2.5 minutes left. Maybe a little stoppage towards the end, but right now, 2.5.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have much stoppage time. Here's an opportunity, line drive, left side, and it gets through. I think Eichel's just missed on it. And it goes out. And I think that's going to be to the Canes. And now you see the 2-minute mark is there as you look at the clock as well, as it's stopped, and they'll keep time on the field for stoppage time. So probably about 3 minutes left. Header, whistle.
Yeah, very dangerous tackle by both that Dutchtown and Prairieville, just kind of cleats up. I kind of stood up on that one. That hurt my knees too.
Yeah.
Whew. So free kick right there for the Griffins, kind of right at the 15-yard mark.
So when you're going into the half and it looks like Prairieville is going to be trailing in the half, and you're Coach Garcia, and you know Coach Garcia pretty well, you're kind of underachieving here right now, and you're trailing in a game that you thought that you could be able to win. What are you going to tell your kids at halftime?
Like you didn't expect this, you know what I mean? That they have a crest on their chest that is known for greatness. You know, everybody knows Dutchtown soccer, both boys and girls, you know. They came to play. And the thing that, you know, I would kind of hone on if I was Coach Adrian is the fact that they're not giving up, but they have to now capitalize. You cannot dribble and be one-on-one with the goalkeeper. They are compacting that middle so well, Dutchtown defense right now, that they have to shoot from outside.
Mm-hmm.
They have the leg and the momentum that they can be shooting from 20, 30 yards out, and then, having somebody come up with a free ball or loose ball or anything else. But, right here, Prairieville's having, 3 corners. They got to capitalize on things. They've had 2 free kicks that they've couldn't even come close, but this opportunity,
and a header.
Those things,
Mackey grabs the net because he knew that he had it
it's
right
very
there.
close, but look, they get the other end, another corner. Let's see what they can kind of, as we can see on this replay, straight through, miss, man.
Yeah, you couldn't really
great
see
opportunity.
where Mackey was, but he was inches away from the ball.
Yeah.
And now they'll set up on the right side as we come to the final moments of the first half. Line drive, and it's up the open net. And can't get it.
And still open net, just shoot.
And they go wide right.
It's something, if you keep dribbling, that's where Dutchtown's going to be. Hopefully Coach Adrian kind of just talks to his program just about, if you want to win, you got to shoot the ball. I've been seeing a lot of just dribbling up, not really looking at the other open to the left or right of you if you're in the middle of the field. Dutchtown's kind of losing that gap and not defending the people on the outside once the ball goes into the middle. But, just kudos to Dutchtown from coming from that Mandeville big win against Mandeville in to start their 2026, hurrah, 4 days ago. And something I'm proud of is the fact that they have simply set the tone of this game thus far, with it being 2-0, and we're going into the half.
So our score at half, Dutchtown 2, Prairieville nothing. We'll take a break, and we'll come and talk about what we saw and what we're going to see. So stay tuned. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Here we are, Cypress Roofing, a woman-owned roofing company specializing in insurance claims. With the hurricane season right around the corner, give us a call.
Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call. You gotta call Title.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
My name is Tamika Brooks, and I can tell you that REV Internet is the bomb. When I switched my services to REV, the people who came to set up were amazing. They were local, they were friendly, they were home. I really enjoyed it. I have not had a service call. When I'm doing conference calls, I cannot have buffering. It is a no-no when I'm with a client. I do not want to appear unprofessional. So REV has had me in the sweet spot the last 4 years. If you're looking for the best fiber internet, I highly recommend REV.
Welcome back to Dutchtown High School Rev Game of the Week, boys soccer. Jeff Forrest, Jolie Hartman with you. It's Dutchtown leading Prairieville 2-0 here at the half. A bit of a surprise, not that Dutchtown is winning this game, but that Dutchtown is in control of this game pretty easily so far, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dutchtown came out very strong, in the first 2 minutes. They were in charge. They had an offensive possession. I mean, same as Prairieville, but they came out really, really wanting that first half. And, scoring those 2 goals definitely kind of ices the cake for them just because of the fact they have 2 goals. Now they can kind of sit back and kind of practice on other little things throughout the second half.
And this would be a big win. Jolie talked about at the beginning of this game that this game for Dutchtown, if they can win and get a victory over a team with a lot of wins like Prairieville, this is going to shoot them up the power rankings. And so we can take a look at some of that, because when you look at, first of all, the district standings, and you see that Dutchtown's 5-6-3, and they are second to last overall in District 6 of Division 1. That's a bit of a surprise, because usually what's interesting is Dutchtown and Santa Maria oftentimes on the top with Denham Springs. But right now, who's on top? East Ascension. Their team is experiencing a revival, I guess you could say. They're 10-2-2 overall. Denham, that's not a big surprise. They're 9-2-1. They're always good. Walker and Live Oak. Dutchtown and Santa Maria taking up the rear. Part of it is the schedules, and part of it is, let's be honest, Dutchtown and Santa Maria lost a lot of kids to Prairieville that are on this pitch tonight for other teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're normally saying those other 2, first and things like that, but when you look at the Division 2 side, District 5 school, soccer records, you have Prairieville, at that top force, 14-2-0, Terra 7-0-2, Livonia 6-4-2, Broadmoor 1-2-0, Liberty 1-6-1, and West Feliciana 0-9-0. And something, that I kind of look at it as, as you were saying, a lot of the Prairieville kids or, a lot of the Dutchtown and Santa Maria kids moved over to Prairieville. But when you look at them, you have 3 of their teams, that is in the only one game, 1 game win and, no game win. But when you go back to the Division 1 District 6, every single team, besides Santa Maria has, a winning record, and through that. So, Division 1, definitely a lot more massacre happening to each other, things like that. And then Division 2, District 5, Prairieville 14-2-0. We're really not surprised by that because of their such great year that they had last year, for their first season, making it, all the way to quarters and things like that. So something that I'm very excited about is Prairieville is just continuing to improve every single year, with this 14-2-0 being on top of the records for Division 2, District 5.
Yeah, they don't have much of a threat in terms of competition in District 5, Division 2. Terra's not bad, but they're not on the level of Prairieville, and then the other teams really are not competitive at all. So that's one of the reasons why you also have to play a team like Dutchtown, because you're not going to get that type of opponent.
Yeah, and you're going to have to wait to playoffs, to kind of see that,
And so when we look at the D1 boys power rankings, there's no Dutchtown, there's no Santa Ma, like we said. You do have East Ascension, though, at number 8, Denham Springs at number 6. And as you might expect, a lot of the Catholic schools are in the top 5. You got Jesuit, you got St. Paul's, Brother Martin, all in the top 4. Baton Rouge High is at number 2. Catholic High is at number 7. And you talked about Mandeville losing to Dutchtown, so that's a big deal. And H.L. Bourgeois out of Houma is number 10. And Jolie, you can turn it over to the D2 rankings.
Yeah, so D2, I mean, as you can tell, just in Prairieville's district, in District 5, Prairieville is sitting number 2 in the state right now, right behind Turling Catholic. And then you have Holy Cross, St. Thomas More, Pineville, the Willow School, Central Lafourche, Ben Franklin, Neville, and David Thibodeau. And something, I'm very interested about, Prairieville this year, their both soccer programs, is the fact that every single team that you see, 1 through 10, they have at least, we'll see them sometime in their schedule. And they're playing teams like Dutchtown and Acadiana and CE Bird. And those are big powerhouses in 5A, and that gets them ready for their playoffs in the Division II, seeing that speed of play, seeing the power of, Big 5 schools. And then, as you said earlier, in Division II, it's still not, private, versus public, they definitely are still together, select and non-select. And you can see with having Turling's Catholic, Holy Cross, Ben Franklin, Neville is all up there. So it's really cool to see Prairieville second year, of having soccer at number 2 in the state. I know the soccer programs here in Ascension Parish aren't happy about being the programs like, well, it's soccer and volleyball. I think are the ones that don't divide up into select and non-select. And Dutchtown has played in 2 state championships in the last 5 years, and they lost both times to a Catholic school. And so they're the kind of the argument is, well, if there was a select and non-select, we would have been the non-select champions, but you don't get that. I know. I've always said my 11 years as head coach for girls soccer, if I win state champs, I want to know it's because I am the best of the best, so I completely understand, and it's great competition because I've also been on that winning side of finally beating that Dominican, finally beating St. Joe's. So it's capable. It's just you got to have the right seasonings together to have that win in state. I want to bring up Dutchtown again to about one thing, because we just looked at the top 10 in D1 and D2, and in the last 5 games that they played, Dutchtown is 1-3-1, and you might think, well, that's not good. Well, first of all, the win is against Mandeville. We saw them; they were at number 9. They lost to Turling's Catholic. You see them right there, number 1 in D2. They lost to David Thibodeau. They're right there, number 10. And they tied H.L. Bourgeois, and they were number 10 in D1. So they also lost to Acadiana 2-1. They're not in the top 10. But in that 5-game stretch, they played 4 top 10 teams in D1 and D2. And so... And not that's going to help you. It's going to help you in later build a little bit of experience, but it doesn't look good before you get to district play and you have a losing record or a near losing record. Yeah, and speaking of district play, Prairieville Hurricanes, their district season, already opened up with West Feliciana with that 8-0 win, and then they have Livonia coming up in 2 weeks or next week, and then Broadmoor and 2 Liberty in that same week, and then they end off with Terra, which is, you're kind of looking at that going, well, you saw Prairieville was top of their district. That is still great playing time for your younger players, getting that varsity experience for the next year, or, maybe playoff contingency. You might have to face one of your district people for that. And then for DUTCHTOWN Griffins, as we can see, DUTCHTOWN hasn't even started, their district play. They have Santa Maria next week, and then EA, Walker, Live Oak, and Denham. Hey, those are big powerhouses, and the fact that they have to end with Denham, I'm going to be so excited to watch that game because of the fact if DUTCHTOWN continues on this momentum that they're having, that's going to be, all tell for district, with them playing at EA 3 weeks in advance, 2 weeks in advance, and then actually a week, and then Denham last. That's going to be a very great matchup.
Yeah, you don't want to look at the rankings right now because DUTCHTOWN's opponents have been really good, and that kind of hurts their win-loss total. As you look at our schedule next week, Santa Maria and DUTCHTOWN boys, DUTCHTOWN and Santa Maria girls. So I think you and Jimmy are going to be handling that, so that ought to be fun. But to get back to your point, it's kind of like you saw in football, East Ascension was not very good in non-district play. They kind of looked kind of ordinary, and then they lost to Prairieville, and you counted them out, and then they wind up going on a run and winning district. And that's what happens is when you play that tough schedule, you get that momentum going your way, and so it wouldn't surprise me if DUTCHTOWN Denham Springs had a district title on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And just something as a reminder, we'll be back here at DUTCHTOWN Thursday for the REV game of the week when the East Ascension Lady Spartans comes to play the Lady Griffins.
So that ought to be a fun game as well. You and I will be on the call for that one. This is your busy time of the year. Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm not so busy. I split it up with Jimmy, but this is your baby right here.
Yes, my forte. Yeah, I would just like a little bit colder weather. That's all. This doesn't feel like a true winter sport.
Sweating
outside.
In the press box.
Yeah.
Next week it's supposed to get colder for y'all, so maybe maybe that'll be good.
I think because of the rain coming in this weekend.
Exactly, but we're not doing any games this weekend. Here's an opportunity for DUTCHTOWN. Left side, cross, header.
And offsides.
Yes.
Great job by Prairieville's defense for kind of setting that line up. Now from here, with the ball kind of moving and out that way, Prairieville has to watch out for the guys that are kind of making them spread in that defense because they can be another DUTCHTOWN Griffin that kind of goes in between them and makes a through run and connects with the ball the next time.
So this is Mackey. As they wait, everybody's setting up. Officials are ready now. 50-50 in midfield. Possessed by the Canes. Pass taken away. Back to the Canes. Trying to break that defense header. An opportunity for the Canes. If they can keep it in bounds and it goes out, they'll have to throw it in. And it's going to go to... Goes to Prairieville, playing a little game with the...
I think they all didn't know each other was even around.
Yeah, kind of playing a little game there. I don't think that was... That's just being silly, probably.
Never went in, so it's going to be a Prairieville throw.
Yep, very quickly. So I believe that's Roussel.
And definitely a foul right there just because of putting the hands and then kind of a dangerous play, as we can see. One thing I do want to just kind of touch on is, as you can see, anytime somebody in the middle for the Hurricanes get a ball, there are two DUTCHTOWN Griffins on them at all times, and that's something that they want to win this game. They're going to add that extra pressure to make sure that Prairieville is the one that causes a fumble and fouls, just as what we've been seeing kind of in the first part of this half, but the lateral part of the first half.
They throw it in, it goes all the way out, and we'll get a goal kick. I want to talk about DUTCHTOWN again real fast, too, because, you talked about they have a good game plan. They're keeping they're flooding the middle, making sure you're not getting any shots out there. And you got a coach here, and Coach Dyer, and like we said, he's been to a couple of state championship games, and he's had a lot of success at DUTCHTOWN. And it's as we have a ball left. We'll get back to that thought in just a moment as they have an opportunity here. Cross, and it goes out. But, the point I'm trying to make is Dutchtown's good because they have a good feeder system and they got good kids, and Ascension Parish has a good soccer program. But you can tell by his strategy and his game plan tonight, he's a dang good coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he knows his players, too. He knows how to motivate them and kind of get them to bring out their best selves. I mean, right now, their formation tonight has been very key to their success in holding down Prairieville's, scoring opportunities. One of the biggest things is Prairieville has scored in the last 11 games. He saw that. The kid, the Griffins saw that. They have to be able to kind of just take them out right there from the start, and they've been doing a great job with that. And as you can see, a very quick start from Tilly and Roussel in the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Seeing that, Dutchtown gave you that respect because Roussel can kind of really go all out, with a free kick, but absolutely great opportunity because he is definitely trying to take over this game.
Dutchtown's been very aggressive here early in the first 5 or so minutes of this second half. You can get a 3-0 lead. That's going to be really, really hard to come back from. I thought maybe they saw an opportunity right there to grab it, but could not get there. But now here comes Prairieville.
Still possession, gotta get rid of the ball. Stop dribbling. You have people open, find them a lot easier and a lot quicker.
So on the transition, trying to through ball. Can he get there? He does. Nobody home in the corner. They'll set up. An opportunity to get it inside. Good job by Mackey saving it. Doesn't get to the goalkeeper. This one might get all the way there. No, it does not. A header and a whistle.
Dangerous play, kind of high kick right there, kind of even with Roussel's head. And look, I'm going to correct myself. That was actually Mackey I was talking about that quick play with him and Tilly.
Gotcha.
So great job right there. As we can see, kind of looked like a high kick, but then again, it was more a knee to the face, shoulder. Yeah.
You're right.
A little dangerous when it goes to head area.
Eichels is the guy you see right there as it went out of bounds. He kind of patrols that middle and takes the scoring opportunities as Klein goes
airborne
15 yards out and grabs it. But Eichels has not had a shot on goal here today for Prairieville. He's kind of been the victim of this defense. As we see a Griffin go down and a whistle. No card, just a little hard
and that's
shot
Andrew Roussel, as we can see. Just kind of a little push back and forth.
Yeah,
and I think just, that initial fall to from number 7, Kate Foley, kind of sold that definitely to the center ref. Beautifully driven ball.
Header.
Nice shot by Mackey.
Yep. Saves it, but Prairieville holds on, but it goes to Dutchtown and an opportunity right here.
Sees the through ball.
And nice slide and save right there, and Prairieville escapes for the moment.
And Lawless a little too much on that one.
Another opportunity for Dutchtown. They are putting the pressure on Prairieville. You just worry about the counter with this aggressiveness, like you talked about. You don't want to give Prairieville an opportunity on transition to get numbers and a goal.
Yeah. Always kind of live by a 2-0 soccer score is kind of the worst score. Once a team kind of settles in and gets together, it's easy to find the 1, but a lot easier to find the 2. So Dutchtown, I really like how they came out, and they're kind of the more possessive team, in these first 9 minutes.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of been all them, and so Prairieville right now just needs to kind of find back to the start of the game, find that momentum to where they were trying to pass around and find the net, because it's Dutchtown right now all over.
Yeah, this defense kind of looks like it spooked them a little bit because they had a plan to go through the middle, and that's usually what they do, but they have not been able to make corrections. Here's an opportunity. Roussel passes, trying to get it down the pitch, and it goes out, and frustration.
Yeah, kind of a bad touch right there on 16.
That's DeBarros.
Yeah, DeBarros, you knew he wanted to go on that outside route, and I think he second-guessed himself and then kind of put his body into it, and that's what made it continue to go. But that was last touch by Prairieville Hurricane, Joel Mackey.
Yep. Like I said, his brother played football at Dutchtown. He's a sophomore, so he didn't have a choice. He was districted to Prairieville, so he had to come to Prairieville. The juniors and seniors had a choice. The last 3 classes did, but the freshmen and the sophomores were districted to where they play for right now. So a lot of the young kids had no choice but Prairieville. And so when you look at the freshmen on that Prairieville roster, they're going to be really good in the future as well because there's a lot of freshmen on this team as they set up now on offense and trying to get the through ball good. Stop there. That's Garcia, I believe.
Yep.
As now the header, as Prairieville has an opportunity on the left side, and they just have guys flying to the ball, and everything is being contested right now. Now you get the ball inside, and an opportunity there maybe for DeBarros, could not get there, and a whistle.
And looks like it's going to be offsides called on DeBarros.
They waited for the ball to clear.
Yeah.
Just in case Dutchtown had an opportunity, I guess. Goalkeeper, Klein. Loses his footing, but a good ball. Now trying to get on the left side, the right side. Through ball, not there. It's going to go out. 10 minutes in. Prairieville still scoreless. Dutchtown with a 2-0 lead.
And subs coming in for the Hurricanes. Once we get the number, we'll make sure to.
Yeah. 13. That would be Sanchez.
He came in and checked in the first half.
You got 2 really good defensemen on that Prairieville side with Russo and Mackey. 2 big bodies. An opportunity maybe for the Griffins. No. Tilly grabs the ball.
Yeah, great job by Tilly for coming out because that would have been a one-on-one opportunity if he would have just stayed in the goal, and that would have made, him a little bit smaller in the goal and easy for that Dutchtown Griffin to find the back of the net, which is number 20, Albi Vitucci.
3 defenders and a whistle, and you're going to get a free kick. Dutchtown continuing to put pressure. They want a 3-0 lead. Let's get the line drive inside, and a header straight to Tilly. Good idea. Just a little too much loft on that, I guess.
Yeah. Definitely a little bit more oomph next time. As we can see, fighting right here.
Oh, yeah, that was Sanchez who just came in. And they're going to call the call it on
Dutchtown.
Yeah, Dutchtown, number 7.
I think it's because just the sense of you playing defense, you also can't shield the ball and definitely cut cut off Sanchez right there. And Sanchez did, extend his arm. Thought it could have went to Dutchtown, but let's see what Prairieville has up their sleeves on this one.
This is Mackey trying the left side. Header goes the wrong direction, setting up. And there's a shot by Sanchez, saved. First shot on goal tonight.
And just shoot. I mean, it could have ricocheted off of anybody.
Yes.
As we can see on this replay, he finds the little hole. And probably not enough oomph on it, but, right there, Klein sucked it up and just made sure that didn't go past him.
As you had.
And kind of playing on the ground, hand on the ball,
right.
And a lost shin guard. All happens all very fast.
I'm glad you can keep up with that because I have no idea what happened there. I saw two guys go side by side.
He was on the ground with the ball underneath him, and that's a dangerous play, but then he touched the ball with his hand while he was getting up. So
another opportunity, and comes in and grabs it, Chase Klein. They now set up to midfield. Good defense by Prairieville as they set up again left side. An opportunity perhaps as they try to cross. No, it loses it.
Corner.
So now a corner. That was blocked, right?
Yep, right off of the left back's right foot, which kind of can't see from all the way out here if Dutchtown made any kind of switches at halftime.
Yeah,
looks like number 2, Jacob Womack. So, I mean, no, hasn't this half.
Line drive header wide.
Maybe another corner is happening. Absolutely it is. Great job.
This is not crunch time yet.
No.
You still have 25 minutes remaining.
I mean, you're standing. I'm on the verge because this is getting exciting.
Well, there were a couple of kids standing in front of my view over toward the Prairieville goal, so I had to get up to see that. You're a little taller than me. I don't know if I should admit that to everybody on the air. As here's another opportunity, high and off the goal post, upright, and so an opportunity missed.
And it looks like Murphy Moss is getting another substitution into the game.
Yeah.
And as we can see on this replay, straight, direct, hit field posts.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to grab a seat again. The kids have moved. All right, here we go.
Oh, that would have been so beautifully played right there by Jackson Elgar.
Quick throw in, whistle, maybe too quick.
Yeah, referee is saying that he needed to be more back on the line, which I'm going to giggle because I promise you he's going to throw it where exactly he just came from. He just starts back and then goes up more.
That's Kate Johnson throwing it in. Gets it over to Algier, excuse me. Trying to get it inside. Good header by Mackey. Missed the pass. Dutchtown sets up. And he's going to try a shot. Straight to Tilly. Saved.
Nice job. Absolutely take these shots, opportunities. Give yourself, the third goal of the game. As you can see, nobody's coming. You have the lane. Try it.
Yep. You never know. Header, reverse. Dutchtown.
Yep, still has it on the 50, but kind of brings it back to his defender to kind of set up.
Sanchez fly into the ball. Can't get there.
And off on a hurricane right there, Murphy.
So if this stays at that 2-0 possession, I was talking about how it's not crunch time yet. When, as a coach, would you start to get into concern mode?
With it showing 22, my concern would have been probably the 18th mark.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, the fastest goal ever scored was 6 seconds.
Okay.
Off of, from the start of a game.
Yeah.
You can score in 10 seconds. But if you give yourself at least 3 minutes of possession, things like that, I mean, yeah, scoring 2 goals could probably happen in 5 minutes, but it's just the whole sense of now you got to score the 3 because you don't want to end in a tie when you're starting to score goals, but then it's your whole team has to be invested in it, and it kind of takes around 10 minutes, and you want that the last 8 minutes, you just going all out. When it hits the 10-minute mark and it's still like this is when – I'm saying, you know what, we're already losing. Let me take somebody out of the defense, bring up more people offensively to try to at least find the one because you want to at least show on the scoreboard you showed up. And that's something I always kind of live by. Don't leave the game with it showing a 0 on your side of the scoreboard. Even a 1 is pretty good.
If I remember right, there was a similar situation in the playoff game with Prairieville last year when they played Rummel, where they were down 2-0, and it was about this time when they got their first goal, and then pretty quickly after that, there's a second goal as the through ball just goes a little left.
But he's there, right there for the Griffins.
So I understand your point, but there is precedent, the point I'm trying to make, that Prairieville has been in this position against a good team in the past and tied it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, kind of both teams, but Prairieville kind of already having, that 11-game win streak. They know how to score, but I'm just very proud of the DUTCHTOWN Griffins tonight. Just they are just on defense. You always see 2 to the ball. You know what I mean? And Prairieville has so many people open that they just have to find that and play a little smarter. And with that shot, definitely try anything. Number 20, Albie Avatucci right there. You have to try it. You have to do something. You're losing. Get a little bit more smarter and kind of give a little drop ball situation and then flank out and then find them back inside. You got to come up with something that you haven't done yet because DUTCHTOWN has their number on defense.
Yeah, the quick strike just got under it a little bit. Setting up, still 2-0 DUTCHTOWN halfway through this second half. Through ball is there. Nicely set, but going to be wide. Is that a corner?
Yep. Corner from here. I mean, beautifully done. I absolutely love this run by Owen Fletcher. I'm pretty sure number 8 for the Griffins. He just split 2 defenders easily, found that through ball, and that's something, that Prairieville can do, but DUTCHTOWN is just capitalizing so much on offense right now.
An opportunity for a big lead right here on the corner. Line drive. Tilly grabs it. Still up for grabs. And DUTCHTOWN sets up.
And I'm pretty sure that's Benjamin Barrow.
Trying the left side. Still good defense. Want to be careful for the counter here. As it goes out of bounds and a quick throw in. Well, not so quick. Got a substitution. Two substitutions. So we're about to hit your point of concern. 18 minutes left to go in this game.
Yeah.
So now Prairieville's got to put something together. They've had one shot on goal tonight. And that was moments ago.
Anything under 20, that's when any kind of, even Coach Dyer over there, he knows who he's playing against. And under 20, I wouldn't mind seeing him sending more people offensively too. They can see that Prairieville is giving, DUTCHTOWN's offense opportunities. He's probably going to start sending people because you don't want Prairieville, to end up scoring on you. So as we can see right here, throw in for the Griffins, I see them within the next probably 8-10 minutes starting to kind of wind the ball down and not letting Prairieville have as much fun with possession. And if DUTCHTOWN can just kind of hold on to this will be a great win under their belt to start 2026.
We just saw Dyer a moment ago. He's the one in the white shirt and the beard and the cap. So here's a chance. Nice block. And now here's another opportunity on the counter.
Beautifully
good pass,
done.
Good pass.
Don't go towards the middle. keep it a little
Trying to
longer.
get it to DeBarros
Yeah.
and just can't get there. So they took your suggestion.
From way up here.
Yeah, they heard you.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably somebody on the sideline listening to our broadcast.
Yeah.
As you should be, too, if you're watching it on Rev 4. Remember, you can watch all these games live streamed on YouTube. Shameless plug. As
kind of play it up, use your speedster to get to it.
And he gets there. Good defense. And it's wide open in the middle, but it's taken away.
Nice job, Roussel.
It looked like for a moment he was going to get a shot off, but good defense. Prairieville has, like I said, 2 really good defense and that handle the distance.
I'm loving this right here from Prairieville. Got to keep it going to the outside.
Can they
Don't
get
bring
there?
it
They
back.
can't.
All those sequence was great.
But they got to hurry. We're 75% done. Dutchtown, 10 minutes away from a big win. Header by Eichels, nobody there.
Yes, I really love how the defense for Dutchtown just simply, and then they give their offense, as we can see right here,
3
another
on 2.
opportunity. Front, back. I mean, now they're just kind of playing with it at the right there in the middle, you know.
Yep.
They're trying everything, and it gets them a corner out of it because Dutchtown just in that flight or fight mode. You know, oh, we got to get it out. We're already losing. Kind of just focus. You know, that was one of their key before the games, and your emotions and your movement not kind of moving together is being kind of shown here in the second half.
Dutchtown just playing the better game here tonight. As the shot goes through, can Dutchtown save it? They can. It's a strike blocked. Oh, and that might have hit him in the chest or the midsection. And he's going to be down for a moment, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of got a little gut shot right there, it looked like. Good defense, though. That's what you give up your body for the ball.
Absolutely. Jay Skolson right there for the Prairieville Hurricanes.
Yeah. Now, earlier I talked about why this game's so important for Prairieville because in soccer, or pretty much in the major sports like football and baseball and soccer and basketball, Dutchtown has never lost to Prairieville. So this is really important for Prairieville to win a game. But on the Dutchtown side, the thing we haven't brought up is this team doesn't want to be the team that lost to Prairieville.
Right.
And they're playing like that tonight. They're playing like they're not going to lose as the shot goes left. There's a lot of pride on this team.
Yeah.
And I am just very impressed by the effort tonight by Dutchtown on defense.
Absolutely. I mean, they are something, you know, I'm just noticing now with just kind of sitting back and just watching this game is the fact that Dutchtown has done a great job, and our first yellow card of the night is being shown to, I think that is number 9 for Dutchtown, Asher Evans. Just kind of scary play. You can tell that he was kind of going more for the person than the ball.
Yeah.
But Dutchtown tonight, it definitely you can see how Coach Dyer's kind of set up his defense to where if somebody is on a player, somebody's behind. You know, you're not going to get that 1v1 tonight. Someone is always going to be in that standby position, and they've done a great job with that. But Prairieville right now with this free kick and the foot of Mackey. Let's see what Prairieville can do, you know, in these last probably 8 minutes because of the 2 stops of the clock.
This might be a must-score opportunity right here on this series as the header goes to the goalkeeper, and he's just going to kind of tease the offensive player, and he's going to get a card.
Yellow card, yeah.
kind of goaded him into that.
Yeah, I mean, as we can see, Klein right here, he's wasting time, but, I mean, kind of was a pushing back, a little situation.
Can't take the bait.
Yeah.
And the deal is with Prairieville, they need to get the ball.
Yeah.
Because you're down 2-0 with probably about 7 minutes of playing time left. We're missing one great game of chase down here in front of us in the bleachers. I'm telling you, the kids are having more fun than the players, I think.
I think it's all the younger siblings or maybe the younger soccer generation trying to get inspired, but is more inspired about chase in the bleachers.
Yeah,
I love that.
They're all doing all kind of crazy things. Kind of hard to see the game sometimes.
Yeah.
Here's an opportunity for Prairieville. Got to do something with it. And here's a strike wide.
Yes.
And it hits the upright again. They've been more aggressive, played with more of a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
But time is running out. This
As
is where
we can see.
That's where we are. See, yeah, I'm waving my hand up there. All right.
They've been our entertainment for this half.
And so taken away by Prairieville, another chance. They're just going to keep peppering the goalkeeper, I think, over the next few minutes to see what happens. A chance at a strike, and it's taken away. Great defense. And we got a Kane to the turf. We play
nice shot.
on.
Finally
and here's a
brought
shot
it to
wide.
The outside. Finally brought it to the outside. And he had that, shot opportunity, as we can see on this replay. Found outside. No Griffin is there. And a shot.
I think that was Roussel.
Yeah, Andrew.
All right, I'm going to stand up for the rest of the match, I think. So we're at 3:33, probably about five or 6 minutes of game time left. And DUTCHTOWN's just going to mosey on down to the ball, talk about it, set up. And the header by Mackey goes the wrong way, and this is a chance for DUTCHTOWN.
Maybe a little too hard because Tilly's right there for the Hurricanes.
So Tilly saves it. Missed the header, but still an opportunity. They're going to try the right side. Can they get free? No, they can't. And it's going to be a throw-in for Canes. Got a whistle.
Yeah, just kind of double-checking him because, that track is so close. I was really nervous he was about to – foot wasn't going to come up, but he actually just pops up from it.
Yeah, there's kind of like a little groove between the turf and the track that you don't want to get caught any kind of cleat or anything caught up in. So we're about to go to the clock stopping at 2 minutes. And now they're going to try the switch. Loses it, though.
Off the foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're just going to send it all the way down.
And back.
Waste about 15 seconds.
Yep.
Two minutes. DUTCHTOWN in control, barring a disaster. DUTCHTOWN's going to win this. And we have a whistle.
Foul, yes. As we can see on this replay, just taking him too much and just pushing him to the ground, both of them, But that initial contact is what started it.
And now the header by the Griffins. Roussel's going to drop it back. I believe that's Mackey. And he's going to get it across the field, across the pitch. And we had a whistle and a push from behind. So here's an opportunity. Free kick.
As we can see on this replay, just simple just went for the ball, but got all of Prairieville's. I think that's Roussel back in, or Lawless that he got, and that's who's going to be taking this free kick right here.
Yeah, this is
Lawless.
Roussel.
Okay.
And it's up there, header, and it's
over.
Off the back of the net. The wrong side of the back of the net.
Right.
So we have a whistle. It's not full time yet, but it's close. So this might be the first shutout of the season against Prairieville, unless they do something here.
And a great start, second game of the 2026, start. And as we can see, Dutchtown still has an opportunity with that miss hit, and that is a goal. That is a beautifully just executed goal right there.
Yeah,
that was
can't
nice.
Do anything about that. Look at that placement.
Ugh. Beautifully. Beautifully. It was from the start. I was telling you about Prairieville's defense. They were so scrammed up in the middle, they forget about the outside and guarding that outside. So great job right there with definitely securing the win for the Dutchtown with that beautifully well-driven ball.
That's Roland Penny, I believe, who got the goal.
So that's number 2 for the night for Mr. Penny right
no,
there.
I think it's his first one.
First one?
The other one was the JV
Okay.
kid, and then I think
Wells.
Bertucci had the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to be back here Thursday. Don't forget about that. We're going to have girls soccer.
And that is your game, folks.
And so I'll bring that up after we conclude this. But a convincing victory for Dutchtown over Prairieville. Not a shock that Dutchtown wins, but just the control of this game as they win by a score of 3-0. Then that, like I said, they just dominated this match here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I've never believed in looking at somebody's record before you play them. Never underestimated an opponent that has such high standards in your program. Dutchtown has been to many playoffs every single year, state, quarterfinals, finals, semifinals. They know that with having a veteran coach in Marcus Dower. So great job, great win. Their second win of 2026, kind of setting a tone for the rest of their January season. And for Prairieville, coming and playing a Division I top house as Dutchtown, even though they're not top 10, Dutchtown is always a name that you want to play and beat. So for Prairieville, definitely looking at this game as what you need your January to be and become, and then you'll be successful in the playoffs.
And we'll see more of both of these teams in the future, I am sure, as both of them will probably be playoff teams. And Prairieville will have a home game for sure in the postseason. Now, like I said, Thursday, we're going to be back here again for girls soccer, right?
Yep. It's going to be Dutchtown girls versus EA girls.
And so that's going to set up at 6 o'clock, right?
Absolutely.
So we're going to be back here Thursday at 6, and so you might want to make sure that you bookmark and save Rev Sports on YouTube so you can watch this and all the soccer and basketball that's coming up on our winter sports schedule here on Rev Sports. So I think that's going to do it for tonight. We'll be back in about 48 hours. Our final tonight, Dutchtown wins 3-0 for Jolie Hartman. I'm Jeff Porsche, and I want to thank everybody else who was out here tonight. I want to thank Jake, Priya, Nolan, Andre, and Lau Boudreau back at home in the studio. So again, our final score 3-0. You've been watching the Rev Game of the Week.